Good day. It's a wonderful day. Dr. K speaking. I thank God for today. I thank God for giving me the grace to be here again, to continue with this our journey on divorce. I pray that the Lord use me as a vessel, for I'm not even worthy to call His name. Today we shall touch on a topic which is very important. The role of premarital discussions on family responsibilities. How it leads to divorce. The role it plays in going down to divorce. Most of us don't think that it is necessary for us to have a talk with a future wife. Most of us don't think so. Or a future husband. Or for fiancés to have a particular talk. They are preparing for marriage. Most people just feel, some will go for marriage counseling classes, premarital marriage counseling classes. They also forget to talk about their responsibility. For it's very important for them to talk about their responsibility. The responsibility that you, as an individual, have to your family. You have siblings. You have your parents. What are your own responsibilities that you have towards them? You are the woman. What's your responsibility to your family? You are the man. What is your own responsibility? Before you two decide to be together, you both need to talk about this. Sometimes divorce will come because we do not talk about certain things. And by the time we finish this discussion today, a lot of people will understand. Especially those in the diaspora. Please take note of this. Those in the diaspora, before getting married to a woman, you the man or you the woman, before accepting to marry the man, you must have this talk. Responsibility. What are your responsibilities? You need to know where your partner is coming from. You need to know how many siblings he has, their ages, what do they do for a living. You need to understand the family dynamics and their responsibilities on top of each and everyone's shoulder. It is important for us to have this discussion because as we proceed, you will understand how it affects your marriage. As I said, especially those in this diaspora, please listen and listen carefully. Now, I had the privilege to counsel people. And especially in diaspora, I've counseled a lot of people that have this problem. And that, to me, I find it very important to address it. You see, as an individual, be it a man or a woman, you have your own goals. From childhood, you wanted to become something. You see your parents struggle. Sometimes you come from a family where you understand that you lack basic necessities. Sometimes you take it upon yourself that if I be somebody tomorrow, I'll make sure I take care of my brothers, take care of my sisters, take care of my parents. These are the things we do. Now, you want to get married to somebody. It can go two ways, but please, for the sake of clarity, I might be talking on particular a sex. I might be able to say the man. But know that it can flip. Let me use a man for instance, which is important. Now, you the man, you want to get married to a woman. You the man, you have responsibilities. You look at your siblings. You people might be 5, 6, 7, 4 even. Your parents, some might be your parents are of late, or your father is of late, or both parents are of late. And you have responsibilities. You might be the only breadwinner in the house. You want to get married to a girl. Now, when you look at that lady, might be that lady who has responsibilities too. She too might be the first child. The parents might be alive, but maybe they don't have enough. The siblings are struggling. They need someone to help. She's opportune to be in a particular position to help. Both of you have responsibilities. That's one scenario. The other scenario might be one person has that responsibility, the man has that responsibility, but when it comes to the woman's family is okay. Everybody's fine. Nobody depends on her. Or the woman's family might have issues or might have every other thing. The man's side, he has a lot of people that depends on him. We can flip it. Now, why it's important for us to to talk about this is because it will affect our family finances when you get married. It will affect it. One person might feel cheated. The other might feel that we have our own family now. We need to concentrate on our family. It's our immediate family. Let's concentrate on our immediate family. The other might feel that, how are we contributing for our various families? If I give my family, my parents, 100 euros every month, my wife also needs to give 100 euro in her own side. But then, if my own family doesn't need that 100 euros, my parents or whatsoever, they don't need it, they have the money. It would be wise for me that, okay, we have to give the 100 euro to this other side. Some people might feel cheated, but we are together. Everything is together. Why is it that we are doing things in this side and we are not doing things in the other way? Now, there becomes conflict. At one point in time, you start hiding things from each other. Finances, you start hiding it from each other. Because you need to keep an extra to help your family. This one needs to keep this. Very soon, family income that is supposed to be one, you are supposed to talk about it together, but you are not obliged to talk about it anymore because you feel the other person will not like it. By so doing, you start hiding things. Trust is lost at a particular point in time. All this because you people did not talk. Because when you talk, you have a better understanding. When you talk about your responsibilities, you have a better understanding. Sometimes you do not talk. Now, when I said those in the diaspora should take note, it's because of this. Just imagine this scenario that I have faced and have counseled a lot. A guy comes, wants to get married to a lady. That lady was sent by the family to Europe. She was the first daughter. There are some cases where not only the first daughter, but the breadwinner in the family. She is the one with the brains. She is the one that the family has contributed. Might be the family, they sold their only plan to send her abroad. Now you came and you met a man. That man wants to get married to you. Now the woman has responsibilities. He is thinking of helping the siblings. He is thinking of taking care of his parents, of her parents. So it's enough, it's a lot for her. Now you come into play. The woman starts thinking, the woman will be thinking that, okay, it's better for us to be two. It will solve an issue. You both did not talk. You didn't have any discussion about that part. The man only comes and just wants to get married. The man did not look at that part, did not look at the woman, don't look at the family, don't look at the woman's responsibility. No. Or vice versa. Or the woman did not look at the man's responsibility. Now what happens? This man has practically finished all his responsibilities. He has brought his sisters and his brothers abroad. All of them, they are abroad. Everybody is fine. All he needs is to send, if he likes, to give 1 or 2 support for the mother and the father. But again, he can stay without doing it because he brought every other siblings abroad, and every one of them, they are still helping their parents. He doesn't have any burden. All what he thinks now is his wife and when children comes. That's what is in his head. His finances for that purpose. But he got married to a woman that all the siblings are still in Africa. The woman is still looking for a means to bring 1 or 2. The woman still has to cater for the father and the mother and every other thing. She needs to build a house for them because they actually were renting. They did not have a home to stay. But you, the man, you have everything. Your mother, you built a home for your family, for your parents, and every other thing. Now, you got married to this woman. Because you did not have discussions, when the woman works, of course, women have opportunities here in the diaspora more than men. She makes money. You are not seeing the money. You, the man, you are not seeing the money. Why? Because the woman is struggling to take care of her family. At that time, she has responsibilities. It's our African society. If she doesn't do it, who will do it? Nobody. The father sold the last piece of land just to educate her so that she can help others. You have done yours. Now she wants to do her own. At that particular point, it becomes something hard. The man doesn't want to take it anymore. You are working, and every single finance that you have, you are selling to your family. But we have our own family. You start by that. So at that particular point in time, there's tension in the house. The woman doesn't understand. She's explaining to the man, look at my family. The man said, no, you are my wife. Our immediate family is what we have to think about. Other cases, there are children now involved. The man said, we have children. What are you thinking about all the other ones? But you see, this is something that could be solved when you have this premarital family discussion on responsibilities. You need to understand where your wife is coming from. You need to understand where your husband is coming from. Because a situation like that, the man needs to understand that I personally, I worked hard to cater to bring my siblings abroad. What should I do now? Is to join forces. Elevate the family of your wife. Or you, the wife, you elevate the family of your husband. At that particular point, there will never be problems. And when you elevate them, you bring one or two, and they can help you, and you tell them that I have to concentrate on my own family. I don't think people will disturb you. But some of us know this marriage is 50-50. If I thought I'm sending 500 euros to your family, I also need to 500 euros to my family. No. What you need to understand, be it the man or the woman, look at the responsibilities when you come together. There are some families that need more. There's no rule that if you give 500 this way, you must give 500 that way. There's no rule. What you do is you look at the need. You look at the need and you provide for the need. That's all what we need to do. That's what we are supposed to do. But most often we don't do that. And this brings us to have a lot of issue. It will lead from one thing to the other. Tension will come in the house. But that particular tension is financial tension. But people outside will not understand. Sometimes, because of our culture, you go and meet a family member. How will you solve this problem? Because you don't want to say the truth. My wife is a nagging woman. She nags every day. She's nagging because you cannot support her. But now the thing is, you do not look at that support. You don't look at that finances anymore. Or what you look at the nag. And when you go to even to meet a counselor, you go to church, you meet pastors and every other thing. You meet an elder, you are talking that my wife nags a lot. I don't know what's her problem. You know the problem. If it is the woman, oh, my husband is this, he doesn't even respect me, he doesn't love me, he's concentrating on his family. But you understand fully well, you the woman, understand that the responsibility that your husband has to his family is too great. And you knew that. If you knew that before you got married to him, you would have understood the situation. But now we don't understand. We don't want to understand because we're in the Western world and we just believe that marriage now, it's a parent family that we need. It's an immediate family that we need. We have children. We have to take care of our children. We have to do this. Please, we have to look at the other family. Take a look at the other family. It's very important for us to take a look at the other family. Very important. We are missing these things. Let's not forget that most often we are from a zone where family is everything. It's a culture. It's like your responsibility to help your siblings. I know other discussions, people will say, why? Is the responsibility of the father and the mother true? But at one point in time, you don't like to see a father suffer. You don't like to see a mother suffer when you have the ability to help. You always go in there to help. This is something that we need to know. This is something that we need to understand. Please, especially in diaspora, before you get married to somebody, please have this discussion about family responsibility. Financial issue is something that killed marriages a lot. Unfortunately, we don't talk about it. Because of our culture, because of our tradition, we don't talk about it. A woman will never say that. But it will be killing her inside every day. And because of that, emotionally, she'll be cut off from you. Because of that. But it is something that can be addressed. We need to talk to each other more. We need to have room for these things. And you make sure you have somebody to talk to. Have a mentor to talk to. If you don't, book a session to us. Look for a counselor and talk to him. Talk to her. It's important. Express yourself. and to find an avenue to bring your spouse in the discussion. Sometimes people react ignorantly, and we assume that they know what they are doing. Sometimes without talking to somebody and expressing yourself well, that person, you might assume that the person thinks that you believe that he knows everything. But maybe he doesn't.